all the attention we had received from the first two investigations would prevent men from showing up, and I worried that we'd come back with nothing but video of me, pacing around the kitchen by myself. That wasn't the case.
What's that?
Just hang out in the kitchen counter for a second.
Alright. I wash my hands, alright?
The Riverside investigation was scheduled to last 3 days. By the second day, we had 35 men visit our house, including this guy, who shows up to meet a girl half his age. He comes in and he's jittery, he's jazzed up, and he goes to wash his hands. Well, I'm watching from the next room, and, I don't like every approach to be the same. Get a towel forever here. So I grab a paper towel. He sees me and I hand it to him. And at first he just thinks, oh, gee, thanks. And then there's this, he figures out that this is going to be a problem. Should have a seat right over on the stool. Oh, who are you?
Chris.
Chris. And who did you come to see, Chris?
What's your name?
What's her name?
I'm sorry.
He said, what's her name? You don't even know her name. You know her name is.
Shaky, he looks like he's on some kind of a drug. And in fact, later, police found method.
I don't get it. What kind of sick mind a person will go meet up with a 16-year-old girl? But at the same time, when you get caught, it's like, oh, I don't know what I did. Oh, I want to kill myself. Oh, I hate my life. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I knew it was stupid. I'm just testing to see how this is going to be. No. See, this is why I'm scared to have a daughter. I don't want to run into motherfuckers like that in real life, and I'm going to end up killing somebody. It has to be stopped. This can't happen. Because you can't get no woman your age, or you can't. If she was at least maybe 19 or 20 or 21, or 25 or 24, then it'll be okay. But you gonna have the girl that's fucking 13 and 15, dog. Is you that depressed? Come on, man.
Amphetamines in his car. You came to see Kelly.
Yeah.
And how old is Kelly?
Kelly's way too young for me.
Way too young for you.
Yeah, she is very too young.
Then why did you come here, Cliff?
I came here to tell her that, actually.
To tell her that she was way too young?
Actually, I did that. Yeah. I swear on my life.
So you drove all the way from where?
I drove from Rancho because I was tempted at first, and then I was thinking on the way down, and I was like, you know what? I can't really do this. I don't feel right in my conscience. Like, I'm a conscience type person.
Yeah, I could tell you were a conscious type person by
I'm very, very, very conscious. Yeah, and then I was gonna come here and tell her, I don't want to do anything. I didn't bring any condoms.
You did not?
No, so.
I mean, you can take them out of your pocket now. I know from the chat that the decoy had asked him to bring condoms. So I asked him, and he reaches into his pocket.
I brought this, but this is really watered down. You can even test it. That's
Watered
way
down.
watered down.
Very watered down.
Way watered down.
What is that?
It's a 151, but it was this much left, and I put a bunch of water in it. So.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
And that was why'd you do that?
Because I didn't want to,
So you were planning on for a girl that was 14 or 15, or maybe even 13. You put all the liquor out, and then you said, oh well, maybe I should put some water in it so she might get a little tipsy. No. It's not how it works in the real world. You can get killed for trying to have sex with a young girl. That sounds pretty rapey to me. And trust me, believe you're gonna get a lot of that in prison. You're gonna get a lot of butt sex in prison.
I wanted to leave it here when I left and just say, here, you can have this, and that's
So you were going to come over here and say, look, do me a favor though, just keep your hands out of your pockets, unless you get your condoms out of there.
That's fine.
Yeah, just get what you're getting and put them right on the counter.
Yeah, there's one, but it's no good.
It's
I always carry it with me. It's always in my wallet, and I took it out when I was in my car. And, yeah. No, I have nothing to... I honestly was going to come here and tell her I didn't want to do anything.
Right.
And tell her, you know what, you're extremely young for this.
Right. So you were going to come here and tell 13-year-old Kelly that you didn't want to do anything with her.
I really
Here's some Bacardi rum and
I was actually
Did you transmit this photograph?
Oh my. I didn't know I sent that one.
You didn't know.
Well, actually, yeah, I did, but wow. I wasn't thinking of.
To a 13-year-old girl.
I'm sorry. You're right. I know, I wasn't thinking.
And then he says, and we hadn't heard this before.
Hey, look at me, I didn't even take a shower. If I was going to do something like that, I would have taken a shower, you know? I mean, that's the first thing you do.
How old are you?
You know, I'm 26 years old, sir.
26 years old.
And I really
Twice
feel
the
bad.
age
I
of the
know,
girl you
I
thought you
know.
were going to come see.
Like, I really feel bad, dude. Like, I mean, I don't even know how to tell you how I feel bad. Now,
You
I
don't feel
was
bad.
worried,
You're not
like,
But now you go on and do this.
I'm sorry. You know, because I was desperate sitting at home, I did. And it's not right to do. You're right. They shall.
Really? Really? You was desperate. How can you be that desperate, dog? Come on, it's like there's plenty of other women. There's plenty of other women. How can you be that desperate? Oh God, what's going on in the world? Oh God, dude.
Like, control things on those chat rooms.
Would you answer the door naked? And finally, when confronted with the transcripts, you know, he admitted that it didn't look
I
good.
really wasn't even going to come down here.
Yeah, but you did.
And when I did, because I didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings. I didn't want somebody to be absolutely hurt, okay? And sit there and go, oh my gosh, you didn't show up. You know, and I'm really like a conscious person. I mean, look at me, I'm so dirty, like.
No, I tell you what's dirty is this conversation
You know what?
had.
Yeah, I know. I really should not have done this. I felt absolutely.
Just don't take my blank out of your mouth till I'm done.
I know.
Look, if somebody's telling me in the interview that, you know, they've got an addiction or a compulsion that led them to this situation, you have to say, look, you're an adult. Having recognized that, perhaps you should have done something about it before you ended up walking into this house.
Yeah, I was not fantasizing about a 13-year-old, for God's sake. You know, that's not right to do.
Would you ever have two guys all over you?
It's just, like I said, fantasy type
What
things.
would you do with two?
Yeah, it's just wanting to hear. And
Now, do you
I
know
figured
that it's
the parents
illegal?
out.
Do
I
you,
figured it had the parent. No, I didn't know that it was illegal.
illegal to send this?
I'm not trying to get. Sir?
I didn't know that he was on probation. Obviously, that made his situation worse when ultimately he was arrested.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Please don't do this. Because I really wasn't going to do this. Sir?
What?
Like, please.
Do you have anything illegal on you?
No,
Do you have any drugs or anything like that? When's the last time you used speed?
I used it like 2 months ago, sir.
Is it 2 months ago usually means 2 days or 2 hours?
I'm on probation for it.
What are you on probation for?
For possession in July, and that's the last time I used it. It's been a few months.
For possession of meth?
Yes. Yeah, I did use it an hour ago. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to get rid of it, sir. I really am not.
Oh,
I know I'm
Right now.
because I just signed up for a class. I haven't used it again since I got in trouble with it back in July. And reality sets in, dude. Look, yes, reality sets in right when I stepped out my front door.
You're right.
It did.
Yeah, I did.
And
You're exactly right. That's where
No,
the crime occurred.
no,
The minute you stepped out your front door,
And the only-
you were headed toward having to meet with a 13-year-old girl to have sex.
And the only-
That's where the crime occurred.
Wow. Christopher Burnett will plead guilty. Not guilty, I mean. Damn, y'all. That shit, man. That shit's crazy. The fools gonna learn their lesson. They gonna learn their lesson, alright. When they go to prison, they're gonna have a lot of butt sex. A lot of butt sex. But anyway, y'all, make sure to hit that like and subscribe to the Lou.
To the beat, y'all. Break it when. bitches and more. Ghost put me on to it, we just do it. Floor so whatever, take care of the business. It's too many roughnecks, give 2 of these to flex. Tell them it's real rap like Ghost. Had to beat niggas with toast. Plus we got clientele, we lay it down flat. Pulled out on y'all, kid, now where your man's at? Faking the real like damn, I can't stand Kappa. Then my wardrobe flooded the next chapter. You heard about us like we heard about you. Bless the mic with reality, hit you with the virtue.